All right, mic check, mic check. One Masters Podcast, Joe's main, of course. Of course, me, I got two special guests, one recurring guest. I'm going to let him introduce himself real quick.
Rick McGee, founder of Net No Excuse Team.
And Mario, a.k.a. Slim Jimmy, co-founder with Net as well, DJ Slim Jimmy.
What's up, man? I want to, first before we get into what we're talking about, I want to talk about the last time you was up here. What's the kind of feedback you got from coming on last time? Because I know I got a lot of great feedback from you and Marcus' episode.
I got a lot of it for the simple fact I'm really never on camera or talking. But I think this is something I would like to do more. That's why I'm going to be more in contact with you.
Right.
I'm always watching you, to be honest, trying to, I guess, learn from other interviews.
Right. So. Yeah, now people, my brother, like he was big fans of Butler and just history, and he said it was dope. I knew it was dope because like a lot of stuff y'all said people didn't know, like a lot of like intimate stuff y'all only y'all would know. You know what I'm saying, that y'all spoke about. So I thought it was dope. Just on a level of it wasn't like about trash talking or talking trash. It was just like real stuff. Like this has happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I seen y'all going back and forth on Facebook afterwards about. I think it might have been Twan saying that it was his fault or this that. Yeah. It was a lot of stuff. That's funny to me though. I like that. Like that'd be funny.
But yeah, it was a lot that happened that a lot of people didn't know. Like after the championship game, like with me being blamed or Twan being blamed. But to be honest, I just took all of it because I was the senior. So.
Well, I know we got something to talk about here, but like, so I guess first I want to get into like. You said you got this annual game, so there's a third annual game, right?
Uh-huh.
So what's the name of it? And also just to tell me how it's been the other 2 years, like why? Because it's a gap there, I guess.
Yeah. It's the pink and purple game, basically spreading awareness for breast cancer and domestic violence. We've lost loved ones to these causes. I done seen the causes happen. I done seen people beat the causes, and I just want to spread the awareness for both of them. And like the last two games we had I think it started like 2017, 2018, and then I had my twins 2019. So we didn't do it that year.
Okay.
And then COVID. So now we're back, third annual, and it was real competitive. Like they was
got real out there.
and it's a kickball game, right?
It's just a kickball game.
Yeah.
And like
it's all love though.
And to be honest, I never played in one.
You never did?
Because I was always either setting stuff up and I just watched it. But it really got real out there with females too.
You plan on playing this year?
Oh, I'm playing this year.
So I guess, and either one y'all can answer, it don't matter. I'm just asking, like, what was the idea behind, like, what made you want to start this game, and then why kickball?
Kickball is
one of those games that everybody relate to or at some point played in childhood, and the fact that you got adults, kids playing a game that everybody can relate to or have something in common.
Right.
Where, even being competitive, it's still gonna be fun. And when you got guys kicking the ball, across the gate, down Peach Orchard Road and things.
Washington.
It takes it to another level. So that's how the trash talking comes into play of it more this year.
And anybody could kind of compete. Like anybody could compete in kickball.
It's really a unisex game. Like you ain't gotta be. Right. It's not male dominant or woman dominant.
Shoot a bucket. You don't have to be good at football. It's kickball. Kick that ball and try to get that base. Yeah. And it's fun watching older people do it because when they fall and dive, it's a different kind of dive.
and to add to that, with that game, we have, whether you're a kid, or whether you're an older guy, whether you're a male, female, black, white, blue, green, that one game, everybody can actually play that game and no one feel they left out. And it's at the end of the day, it's still all just a game, but it's a unique way to bring a lot of people together as well too. No matter pretty much where you come from, you can make up rules. We got a lot of times, hey, rules just get thrown in there after a few innings. But
and y'all just play one game, or was it like a bunch of games that day? Just one?
One game, 9 innings.
Oh wow, okay.
So
hold on, I never played kickball, so it's like football. It's like baseball.
Well, we kind of put rules, like I just told about the rules.
So that's why the rules are like. I'm sorry.
When we get to 4th or 5th inning, we have like a halftime. We let everybody take a break, chill. and then we come right back at it and finish it off.
Do everybody come back and play?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
See, we ain't in no kickball league now. You might. Some people may end up, you know, you might catch your uncle down there sitting down. Now you might sub in for,
But-
you know.
Yeah, because you will have we have enough people where we really only need 8 on the field at one time, but we have 13 on each team. So
Okay.
if all 13 is on the field, which is cool, it is what it is. So if somebody drop off, then you won't be missing that.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's all fun. It's not all strict and all that stuff. It's like when we used to go to P and play kickball.
So how y'all, and I don't know if I'm jumping again, but how y'all pick the teams? Like how you determine who gonna be on what? Like,
So we got a draft coming up there.
That's all him.
So we do a Facebook Live where we have a draft.
okay.
So we got a list of names, a player field, and we have LeCodrick and we have Nick.
That's this year,
That's
captain.
this year's captains.
Okay.
So last time we had 2 female captains, and they picked their teams. But this year they would pick their teams from the player field, starting with whoever picked first and keep alternating.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then we go from there.
So you don't have no kind of say on the team at all. You just. But how y'all get the players? Like how can they get drafted? I guess.
Okay, so
Talk to the mic for me, man. All right, you good?
Okay, so it's a $25 fee. So basically, you're paying for your jersey, and the rest of it is actually being donated to University Breast Cancer Center or whatever.
Okay.
So
Shout out to BHI, Breast Health Imaging.
So once they pay that, their name's been thrown in that pool,
Gotcha.
and their jersey, so they get their jersey and all that stuff. So once your name is thrown in the pool, then once we have the draft, there you go.
So like and I know it's like it says competitive, like so from winning it's just a win. It's not like nothing major.
No, nothing major. It's just bragging rights. Be
gotcha.
honest, they still bragging on the last time they won. The team that won,
Yeah.
they still talk junk about them winning.
Do the team get like practice at all? Or it just show up that
They
day?
gotta
that's
show
it?
up.
Nah,
yeah, I do the
we
draft
play
way ahead of
kickball.
time.
But Nick did tell me he wanted to pick his team this Monday past, today, because he wanted to have practice.
Yeah, look at Nick trying.
I said, no,
Nick trying
no.
to practice out there, man.
So Nick trying to get a practice in, but if they want to practice Saturday, it is what it is.
And I just want to make sure in the midst of this, I keep saying this. So when is it? I want to make sure I keep saying it as they watching, so they can keep.
Okay, it's Sunday, October 24th,
What time?
3 p.m.
Okay.
And we will have a balloon release before the game.
And where is that?
Lumpkin Road, it's a softball field right by Butler.
Okay. Got you.
We call it Lumpkin Road Park.
Okay. So just a little deeper about the cause behind it. Obviously, I want to touch on both. So I guess first, like breast cancer. Like, what are y'all thoughts on that? Like, just people dealing with it, people that you know might have dealt with it, passed it, or got over it, maybe didn't get over it.
I mean, I know people that's died from it. I know people that has gotten over it. So it's kind of like I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. It's just one of those things where you can't control, and he probably could talk more about it because he just dealt with it close hand.
I know when it comes to me, it's a little closer to home for me. My mother-in-law just beat breast cancer twice.
Wow.
Within the last 2 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah, 2 years. And when we talking like a rider, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, a lot of people, when you tell, mother-in-law, they always like, no, she like rider, but and she's pushing 70. So anything, whether it's supporting her in a walk or wearing a ribbon or playing a kickball game, in show of a support of a cause like that, then it's a little deeper than just the game. And that's why even if I don't play, we there, or even if I'm not there, we got some involvement
Right.
at some point, so we use that what we know of as a game to bring people together, because even if you don't play in the game, you still can support whatever that looks like, so having someone that you know of or that happened to you that close, it's important. I wish it was something that we can do to change that, but we can't. We just not to be preachy, but you pray about it roll with the punches, and learning that from her at almost 70 years old, beating it twice in 2 years. You know, with everything that's going on in this crazy
right now.
world too.
Word.
You know, that makes it harder because you still have to go to treatment. You still have to take your medication. You still have to do all that, but you have no room to even get sick because of what you're going through.
Right.
You know, so and it's challenging because when someone goes through that in your family, they not the only one that goes through that. Everybody goes.
Right.
You know, from the visits, the hospital visits to the long nights. So it's important, not just for me, but as a community, but as a no excuse team. Like, you know, ain't no reason why we can't do something for that cause when we have someone in our household that dealt with that. And
I know a guy who his mom had died to cancer. I don't know if it was breast cancer or not, I can't say, but I know it was cancer. And then his stepmom, she passed away of cancer as well, but she had caught it the first time and beat it. And then the second time, and when you said it resonated with me because I remember the second time she was like, I'm not fighting this time. Like it wear you out that much to like. So when you say somebody beat it in that pushing 70, twice in 2 years, that's a lot. That's a lot of.
You know what's challenging, man? This is a true story. If anybody haven't knew this about me, but they would know now. You know, watching this and shit, man, we danced, bro. As crazy as about it, like through that whole midst of it. We could be in a grocery store, we could be in the house, we just dance, me and her. That was of something like, hey, if I can take your mind off for 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you're gonna go back to it because you're dealing with something that no one can tell you how to feel about it, but for that time frame, you can at least be happy, you know, and seeing like, oh, boom, she beat it once, and then we deal with that again, and then it's like, boom, she beat it again, and then now it's like, all right, well, I'm beating this. Like it ain't an option no more, you know, and it takes a different type of strength, man. I can only imagine, you know what I'm saying, that not only just with her age, but just when them folks tell you, hey, I got to change your personal appearance. Also,
right.
You know what I mean? And that was one of the hardest things. I want to make sure I'm still, girl, you still look good. What's up?
Right.
Hey, I still holler. What's up? You know what I'm saying? But like, you have to find other ways to still boost their confidence back up too, because they're dealing with a personal appearance change too.
And the dope thing about the game, and I was asking y'all, I wasn't sure if this was something y'all was gonna like make a reference to, but like people that's dealing with it or that have it or that overcame it and they playing this game, they thinking the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's so competitive on the floor because you think about kicking cancer's ass or whatever. Like that's what they think about when they're kicking the ball. Or so they more competitive because they mean more. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more than just a game to them. They want to win, but it's like a moral victory, like a solo thing.
Like, or is one thing that they can do again.
Right.
I remember playing this game and I was to a point where I didn't think I would be able to play a game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with them playing in the game or even coming, leaving your house, sometimes it used to be days.
And a lot of times it's about people like just being around other people, like having a good time. Like
or somebody that can relate to what they going through, whether they got a parent that's going through it, whether they're going through it themselves, whether they got an aunt, whether they got a sister, whether they got a dad. Because some people really don't know it ain't just with women, you know, and just to drop that educational piece on it, it can go both ways.
And you talking about men with breast cancer?
Yeah.
Wow. It's funny. I heard of that, but never really dug into it.
Yeah, it can go both ways. But it's and I know this, and I'm saying this. My wife does mammograms.
Gotcha.
That's what she do for a living. Do it. Shout out to my wife though.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? But she's great at what she do. And I knew how serious and how not only did we have to do this game, but was for the cost is because my wife she does that daily and going through it with my mother-in-law, going through it with family and trying to be there for her. So it's important on a lot of levels, even if it was a Frisbee game. It's something that's gonna bring people together, something that's gonna a way that we can give back in whatever it is, So this game we play kickball. Everybody can't play basketball. Everybody can't play football. Everybody may not play baseball, but something that can relate to everybody, So we decided to do the kickball game, and we've been rolling with it.
I was gonna ask, like, so I know it's a two-sided game. So you got the breast cancer on one end, but also domestic violence.
Yeah.
So it's October as well.
Uh-huh.
When I say your thoughts, I'm not asking like what you think about men and women. We talked beforehand, and sometimes it's the other way around too.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what are y'all thoughts on domestic violence or people that's going through it?
Keep your hands to yourself, man.
I can't give you like the thoughts, but all I'm gonna say is I grew up with a single mom, so I was the only child. So if a man like tries, like you gotta think about it. All of us been here men, boys, or whatever you want to call us. Growing up, if a man tried to touch your mom while you're around, it's not gonna sit well.
Right.
So it's like that's one of them sensitive causes that I don't even like to speak on. But I'm just gonna show the awareness because I wouldn't want a woman to be the man either. But I definitely don't want a man to be the woman.
Right.
Like, that's a different type of hurt for me. I can't even. That's about it.
I think he said it best. Keep your hands to yourself. That's a hard one to talk about because there's so many ways you can go. We often as men we're gonna think of men hitting women because it just seems more brutal. Obviously,
Right.
But it's all forms of domestic
it's
violence.
It's the other way around. I told y'all before. I said jokingly, but it's not a joke about the actual violence.
Yeah. Right.
But it's men that go through that as well, and that they may have a homeboy that they may be scared to tell, hey man, Shouty just rocked me, but I haven't playing basketball. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we heard her jump on, you know what I'm saying?
But see, I guess that's another thing too. Like, as men, we could kind of like
it's kind of laugh about it a little bit.
It's lighthearted when it's
but to say that it's because we are taught to man up.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Don't show emotions. No, like I think it's okay if a man seeks to get help too, because he may not know how to remove himself from a situation.
Right.
Yeah.
It could be always physical, but you may go through something where he get cursed out every time he come home.
It's not always physical. Violence ain't always physical. It's
he
a lot
left
of verbal.
the mailbox, so he ain't check the mail. Don't let him forget nothing at the store. It be different stuff, man.
It really is.
But as men, we find a way to
cope with it
or speak about it to make light of it.
Right.
But I think that's where the awareness come. Like, hey, well, not necessarily us, but hey, we may have a homeboy. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't go with you because she might, you know what I'm saying, do something both of us. You know what I'm saying? That just being real. But those things happen, man, and I think with tying it in with the breast cancer awareness, I think it got to be talked about. I think it's conversations like these right here need to probably happen more. These uncomfortable conversations for some people, or for many.
Some people just want that conversation.
It's tough though because you gotta find them and like everybody don't want to have the lights on them and the camera and talk about how they got beat up or how they stay with the person that beat them up. Like they don't feel comfortable
unless they got somewhere to go when they leave. Because they can't go back home.
That's true.
They go out there air it out.
Or if it passed, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes they don't want to relive it either. They don't want to talk about it unless you got somebody that just want to help the cause or, just talk to people that's going through it now.
I think it's harder for a man to seek the help and because of the backlash what probably comes with that.
I think it's harder for men to accept that he's experiencing domestic violence. Like he might not even accept that. He might think she just crazy, man. Like,
she liked me a lot.
Yeah, that's how she is, bro. It's just, it's not how she. She
love me if she don't rock with you unless she beat you up.
Yeah. See, yeah. And I think that men is hard. I don't know anybody.
We can't speak for every man. I just know it's happening.
Yeah.
It is happening, and it's out there. And yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough when you talk about the whole awareness, and then you try to.
But then think about it like this: like some men, I feel like they would kind of feel like nobody would take them serious. Like if I came in and said, "Bro, like I'm getting abused at home," you gonna laugh?
Yeah, cause you gonna be like,
"Bro, shut up,
leave or push it or I don't know something." But the thing is, like like right now we talking, you know what I'm saying? We laughing, so it's like when it comes to, I think it is hard because like nobody
take me serious. Like, bro, I'm getting abused.
Like I seen Norbert. I don't know, like he was getting abused the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but. Yeah,
but like nobody was like, "Oh, I feel bad for you." You know what I'm saying? Like, go get help.
But you found that funny.
Yeah, it's a comedy. Yeah. It's a comedy movie. You know?
That's crazy. I didn't even think about Norbert.
But that's because of as society we find that funny.
Yeah.
But say, give a movie where
Rasputin
Tina Turner.
All
we took out of was Eat the Cake, but everything else was bad.
Yeah. You're right.
But because we put that
when it's women, it's triumphant movies when they getting abused, so for them to overcome.
But I guess the real question is why?
Why
is it made where it's funny if
or it's not serious?
if your homie come and he talking about he got bowled at the Y playing ball, but his shorty just jacked him.
Yeah.
But if your homegirl got jacked in the eye, everybody gonna go air it out on the baby dad or the boyfriend.
Yeah, man, you said it best. You gotta keep your hands to yourself, man.
And just keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, both sides.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
It's a little difficult both ways, man. You know. But yeah, that whole awareness of that, man. Those conversations have to be had, you know, though, and it had to be, you know, you may not have a captain or someone on the team say, "Hey, I'm here because I got beat up by my lady or, you know, man, my wife or something." But you know, those sidebar conversations,
and no telling who you might meet that you could kind of like talk to after that game, like
yeah.
I was gonna ask you, like, so do people in the game know like who's there for what? Like, do it like. I mean, all right. So the players that's playing, they don't necessarily have to have had breast cancer or they just playing just for the awareness part of it, right?
Let me tell you about the last one. So we had about 7 people from South Carolina. I only knew one of them. We had about 5 people from Atlanta. It was a lot of different people from a lot of different places that I didn't even know, and I never asked why they was there or nothing. To be honest, I introduced myself, and that was probably the only conversation we had. But now I think about it, that you said that they probably did come for a particular reason or for the particular cause,
right?
And I never knew.
I think that'll be something this year that not necessarily just me will ask, but give that opportunity for anybody if they want to share something. Yeah. You know, maybe when we do our halftime or before the game or after the game, and not have to share their own personal experience, but lead that conversation. If there's anybody that want to share something that will probably help,
maybe a word of encouragement.
Maybe the next person, because like I said, you may not know, it's people come out of support of just what we're trying to do, and it's people coming out of support of what the cause is for. I mean, if you can walk or crawl, you can play kickball. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it don't have to be only that cause for you to come out, but I think this year, you know, finding the light, like giving that light to somebody, say, hey, you know, you can take this time and share something. So if someone does need something, maybe I'm comfortable talking to Rick outside of the game that I will be in the middle of the game. Like, you know, I may have to tell him like, hey, this guy over here may just need some type of guidance or conversation with the bros. You know what I'm saying? And that could probably change something, you know?
It's kind of like you said, people need that conversation. So sometimes that environment will cause that conversation to happen. You know what I'm saying?
And it don't happen because it's uncomfortable for starters. Mm-hmm. And then it don't happen because we kind of programmed to think that it's a bad thing to talk about it,
right?
Or to bring it up. You know, I mean, it's always looked at it from just the woman's side of view too. You know, so I think if you got a guy that's going through something, whether it's him just getting cussed out every time, you know, he can probably talk to a few of his partners. It gonna still be some people probably out there probably still laughing at it or whatever, but you know, if he knows that, hey, at least if I can talk to 2 or 3 of these guys, whether that's
somebody else might be dealing with it too.
Yeah, and they probably need to get it off their chest together.
I ain't think about it on the flip side though. Like even if it is a woman, you know, talking about it, sometimes they don't want to do it because they don't want that pity.
Yeah.
You know, and then they get that pity constant. Like you always know it's a girl that was getting beat up by this person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is she okay or?
Oh, they see them in the store and they get to looking at it.
It's like a look you give. Like
put their mask
right?
down. Yeah, you know.
So it go both ways, I guess. You know, that's kind of tricky. That's tough. But in regards to the game, you know, like what kind of players you looking to have this year? Like,
we got a lot of athletic girls that's in it.
But it's unisex, both teams, right? Unisex. It's not girls versus boys.
Yeah, it's unisex. Anybody can sign up. I think we have at least 11 females.
Okay.
That signed up. That's out of 26. So it's kind of half and half. And the females that I know that's in it are competitive. About 4 of them are returning. The rest of them are new, but they're athletes.
When people want to know who won what team, like when is it supposed to know?
I'm thinking about changing the Friday, just so we won't do the draft late that Thursday because of the alumni game. So we're probably gonna do the draft Friday.
It sound like you don't want that guy to practice. That would it sound like.
Need to practice.
Yeah, he's trying to get a super team in practice.
He got something up his sleeve.
That's serious.
He been going in for 2 weeks. So
I seen him out there buying steel toe boots and.
You playing too?
Nah, I ain't playing. I see if I get out there, they gonna say I'm cheating. You know. I'm like, was it Messi that play soccer? Yeah, that's who I am.
But it's gonna be a good event, especially we incorporated the balloon release before the game.
Talk about that. Well, how was that gonna be? What does that mean?
It just, I guess, showing memories to the ones that we lost and the ones that overcame it also. Right. So, I mean, we just gonna do a light balloon release just for the ones, because I think it's gonna be a lot of people that overcame it there,
and we have a few people that participated before that's not with us now.
Wow,
that has been a part of the first one. You know, as well.
I don't think they lost. They didn't lose to the causes, lose their life to the causes, but they're
not here.
So that's another thing. Like we want to kind of enjoy the times like we have stuff like this. Like when we put a lot of people together for a positive cause, we need to start enjoying each other because you just never know.
Right.
Like tomorrow somebody could be gone.
Our network, man.
It's
you know,
it's crazy. I don't want to get all sensitive about the situation, but it's just to look on Facebook and be like, oh,
this person gone.
What was the last conversation I had with him? It was. Did I tell him? I guess I don't know. Did I tell him something encouraging, or did I say something bad, or what did I say? Like, because you don't want somebody to just be gone and then you don't know what you said to him. What were the last words you had? So you just want to enjoy these times, and that's another thing I always think about with this game because it's always a positive event. Everybody have a good time, and you just. Like, as a society, we just need to start taking advantage of events like this because we just never know.
As a city, because in reality, it will be. It's just a matter of how we doing it. And then we're with no excuse team, and I'm here to say it on record, we're at our own pace. We're running our own pace. So it's no losing at all because we're not competing with nothing. You know, if we do something like this event, it's supposed to be fun. Whether you got a 7-year-old kid or 80-year-old person decide they want to come out and kick the ball. You know, how can you lose if you got a 80-year-old chasing a 7-year-old trying to with a kickball or a dodgeball or whatever the game you play, and vice versa. You know, that the appreciation of just being able to do something that you get some laughter out of.
And that's with everything we do.
Right. music,
basketball, like whatever.
You know, they take basketball a little serious than I just
I
don't
do
go
take it a little
home.
serious.
Just don't take your fouls home. You playing with me. You know,
on the record, I take it serious, but I take it serious at a different type of level, like a different level, because I always reached out to kids that wouldn't necessarily have the chance.
Yeah.
I always I wanted an underdog. I wanted
somebody overlooked,
somebody that nobody paid attention to. I want these kids I have kids now that parents could tell you, if I reached out to them in 4th and 5th grade, parents have told me, no, I don't think they're good enough to play AAU. I don't think that's their thing. I don't think that's gonna happen. And any of those parents would tell you, all I said was, just let me get them. Like it's not gonna be nothing bad happen. The only thing could happen is good. I mean, I'm not trying to, I guess, make them go to the NBA or anything. Or I'm not trying to harm them. I'm putting around something positive and just guide him through it and see where it go. I have kids that's making middle school and high school teams that never even thought about playing basketball.
Right.
And I'm looking like, bruh, like that's crazy. Like your mom told me this ain't something you should be doing. And 3 years later, now they all into it like, oh, my baby, I can't wait till the season start. Or my baby just made the team. And I'm like, that's crazy. But little stuff like that. Now he said I take it a little bit more serious, which I do because I played basketball.
Well, I'm talking about them me, because I told you, if you play under my team, I'm gonna tell you, just don't take your fouls home.
But I'm always teaching them a different way. I'm always telling them, no excuses. We could get it done. Like no matter what. Like if this coach didn't like you before, well, you need to work. That's it. Ain't no big deal. We ain't going back and forth about nothing. We gonna work and see where it lands you. Same thing when I took the landing job. I didn't go in there saying, well, I don't think these kids. No, give me whatever. Like I don't care.
How long you been coaching them?
This is my 2nd year.
Oh, so you won the championship first year?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I just like give them to me like, oh, they knuckleheads. Oh, they.
Did people think y'all would win the championship that year? Like, was you slated to win that year? You know they picks at first. This team is nice. This team is nice.
It's probably there, bro.
I'm gonna be honest.
It probably was there. He probably didn't pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm getting that vibe now. He was more locked in with the basketball. That's why
I knew Butler was always good because I'm from Butler. I always pay attention to the kids that go there, blah, blah, blah. I already knew that. But everybody else I really didn't pay attention to,
right.
Like, as far as JV. But when I got to Lane, it was just like, all right, well, let's go. And then when I got to meet him and watch him, and it was like, oh, let's work. Like, let's see what we can do.
As far as the no excuse, I know you said y'all don't necessarily compete, but like, would you say y'all got like a plan or like a goal for like a?
Well, my goal when I open the net, it's gonna be more of a place for the young boys, the young men,
like a boys club,
boys club.
Not like the boys and girls club, but like literally like a boys club, like a hangout spot. Games, TVs, video game system.
So
hoops.
That's always that's the goal. I mean, everything I'm doing is gonna be incorporated. It's just the net.
Got you.
So once it happens, it's gonna have the apparel, of course, the basketball teams, of course, mentors, tutors, stuff like that. I mean, just for, like I said, I'm always aiming for the kids that don't have a chance. And that's what it's going to be for, kids that don't have a chance, because I was that kid. So I know exactly what it looked like. I know how to bring them along, and I know how to get them there. Put it like this, they're going to see a different way, because
creating different outlets.
You got to understand, some kids are stuck in an environment where they don't even know it's a way.
Right.
Like, they don't even see a way. They don't think it's nothing else because of the stuff that they see is so right there. That's all they can see. They don't even know it's another way. So, that's what we're doing now. That's what we're teaching now.
We're creating different avenues with kids now. I DJ. I never go around and I'm, the hottest DJ or anything to that effect. No, I stay in my lane. I do what I can do. I do it how I can do it. And I got a few young guys under me now, or with me. I'm not gonna say even under me. They with me. Shout out to DJ Kai25. That's his name. But he getting booked. And this is a kid that it's like, hey, I want to work. Whether I sell apparel.
Let me say this though, these kids are making money doing stuff that they like.
Yeah.
Like I'm really calling them. You want to work this weekend? Yeah, let's go.
So he love or like DJing, and for me to take him to a wedding, and he's in middle school. I'm not, and this ain't putting it out there as if he's the hottest or I'm the hottest. I'm just saying, if we creating them lanes, whether he do another wedding or 50 birthday parties, if he get that opportunity and he makes $200, $300, $400, whatever, he can do it that way then versus having to go to get it the hard way.
Yeah.
I think it's only one way.
One way, or even
analogy.
it make himself work harder for you. Know what I'm saying? So it's creating avenues, and they watch you. That's the biggest thing. They watch you.
They watch how we interact with people. They watch
how you move.
Our mannerism. They watch all kind of stuff. With that being said, I had one of them say, "Coach, why you can't just wear regular clothes?" What you mean? Like, I'm wearing regular clothes. He said, "No, you always dripped out." I said, "I'm wearing like the clothes I designed for myself. Like, I'm wearing Netgear. Like," and he was like, "But you always dripped out." I'm like, "Well, you can do the same thing for the simple fact you're designing your own clothes,
Right?
Because I can show you the way." Like I don't wear. I mean, I don't. When I design Netgear, like No Excuse Team stuff, I design stuff how I like it to fit or how I like it to look. I don't even care if nobody even buy No Excuse Team stuff. I design it how I like it to look.
Right.
Because you gonna see it on me before you see it on anybody else.
Yeah, a lot of our stuff like that. We gonna
like somebody might be like, "Why you won't do this?" I don't like it.
I think it's fire. I wore it up here because a lot of times people they come up here promoting a brand or whatever they want to promote.
This is what we got.
This all I got.
This is our clothes. I ain't gonna give you $80 for Adidas hoodie now no more.
I was cleaning out my garage yesterday, and he found Nike stuff, Champ stuff, Adidas stuff with tags on it, and he's like, "Bro, you didn't even wear this."
We gotta give it away.
I'm not gonna wear it. I don't want to wear it no more.
Yeah.
Because what am I wearing it for?
Well, first of all,
my own clothes. No.
And first off, nobody's gonna believe in what we got going more than what we doing.
Right.
If we don't take it serious, we can't expect nobody to come. Hey, nobody gonna come knocking at your door and say, "Hey, your clothing line you got? Let me see. Can I buy y'all out?" That ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you may have somebody not wanting to shop with you because of a buzz. And making clothes is just one avenue of what No Excuse Team is about. To what he's saying, we started. Even with coaching. I mean, I've coached teams as well too. I had 5 players. Give me 5 in the possible, or 2 in the possible. You know what I'm saying? It's been for real. Been times like that. But then it's like it's more of, all right. Well, if we get Coach Mario or Coach Rick, we gonna still rock, win or lose. Because if you 19 years old, we gonna probably dance on the court if you make a shot. I'm gonna call timeout.
Like we're teaching.
That's just me, and so
we're just teaching a vibe.
Yeah,
we're teaching a vibe. Like a lot of this stuff is real serious. Like I understand that. Like I do understand. Like down to the basketball stuff, it's serious. But we try to make these kids enjoy like being kids.
Yeah.
Like, cause I remember playing AAU. It's like when we lose, it's like, oh, the end of the world.
You messed up.
I'm gonna get cussed out by
you
everybody.
You don't go back to the hotel.
Like you ready to go home, to be honest.
Hey, you might get left.
Like
we got left with time. Don't say we got left. So
but it's like I tell my kids now, bro, I'm coach. Like in the game, I'm coach. I'm all in. I'm this.
When the clock hit 0.
After the game, bro, like I'm back to whatever y'all call me.
With that dad.
Coach Rick, I'm
Slim Jimmy.
I'm net man or whatever. I'm back to that because I don't want these kids to feel like, okay, if they don't lose, that's the end of the world. I mean, if they don't win, that's the end of the world. It's not. Like we're so into all this winning and losing till we forget that the kids are kids. Like I had to catch myself sometime because when my son play and lose or he did something wrong, I'm in him the whole game, in him. And then after the game, I try to come back, but it's a different comeback because he lived with me. He got bro. I know I taught you how to pump fake. Like why you went there and then got blocked like that?
He over there. Come like, scoop me.
And he always saving them. Hey, like he always trying to save them. But it's like, bro, I know we just worked on that and you just did something else crazy. Like I don't understand that. And then like if he do something good, like oh, that's my boy there. And then he do something bad, I'm on the sideline like this. And he'll run down and cut his eye, but he won't look. Like he already know. And I'm like, all right, let me calm down. But it's just
it's showing the man it ain't always about basketball or trying to win some get some money. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to have some change in your pocket. Yeah. Just being real, you know, but your winning may not be just on the court.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've talked to a few of these high school athletes by, you know, even with me just DJing at a lot of these high school games and stuff. Like, it's some players around here that's great with basketball, but then there's some players out here that got 4.5 GPAs. Like, bro, some people don't know you can get a higher than a 4.0. You know, and it's like, bro, you got what? You know what I'm saying? So the fact that if his ball stopped bouncing today, his mama still gonna know that her kid's going to college. And he was gonna be able to carry himself because he may have a part-time job at, you know, at the shoe store. Or he may work with us at a few gigs. So he understand how to really go out there and go make some money to provide for himself the right way, you know, or not so hard where he putting himself in the bind, you know. So doing events where basketball teams, JV basketball, a few of these guys going to be at this game to help us facilitate this game. You know, these local high school basketball players that's going to be at this game here helping us run this game, whether that's bringing water from a car, whether that's setting up a tent, whether that's helping up someone out, you know, with the vendors that's going to be out setting up, helping these vendors and stuff set up. And not only will they get their community service hours, but they can see that, hey, I can give back without necessarily having to be, you know, the top dog of the neighborhood. You know, it's just a matter of I'm part of something that is bigger than what that sport or whatever I'm doing now. So winning at just life is what we, you know, try to even preach with the young cats. So I mean, I challenge anybody, even if they saying this, if it's something that they can do or that they have in a company or something that they can reach out with us and want to partner with us, we all ears, bro. We don't turn nobody down. I mean, we always see what we can do in the neighborhood or the community. But this is something that that the community should be a part of, and you know, hopefully we get the response and the turnout at this event on October the 24th. 3 o'clock, Lumpkin Road. If anybody don't know that area, they can, you know, they can go to one of our pages. We'll drop the address on it, you know. But if you see Butler High School, the front of Butler High School, you will see us.
And it's not even no correlation to the homecoming at all. It just happens to
just happen to be on that field. You know what I'm saying?
And it's always Lumpkin Road should be Net Road, to be honest, for the simple fact that my basketball team practice on that road outside.
Oh, word.
All my kickball games is on that road. I went to Butler.
He said, "Oh, word, yeah."
Like that
really
road,
been getting it out the mud,
that
bro. We practice outdoor.
Like that road is really my spot. Like you would catch me on that road. Like whether it's helping out with something at Butler, kickball game, practice. Like it's my basketball team, my AAU team, I can honestly say I'm always congratulating them because we are always outside. We are getting it, like, and they're playing hard. Like, if they fall, they're not finna get skinned up. And I had a couple. I have what's it called? The kit.
To my first aid kit.
First aid kit.
We got them taped to the doors of the car.
I got them in the cars. I'm already ready.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready to.
We keep them babies
band-aid you up,
menthol up and peroxide up. Yeah.
But it's crazy because I always tell the kids, like, I used to always play here. I used to always play at these courts, Lumpkin Road. Yeah. And now when they're outside, their parents drop them off, and we get at it.
It builds character for them too, man, because we don't make no excuse if somebody tell us they can't let us in their gym.
Right.
Like, we don't make
you know what I mean? We have
and
had that, you know.
And like my players will come to you and say, well, coach, no excuses.
Yeah. Only thing that's stopping us is that rain. And
I'm like, all right, we out here. And a couple times it rained, and I done sent everybody home, and I had a couple players say, oh, it's slowing down, coach.
We're going to stay.
No, bro. Just go home. We'll just cancel practice this time. Don't even worry about it. Coach is slowing down. I done had players that stayed and waited the rain out and stayed there. And I can't leave because they're still there waiting.
Got you.
So I'm like, bro, what y'all doing? Oh, it's finna slow down. I'm like, all right. It stopped raining. Coach, can we have practice? Everybody's gone. Like, it's just us three out here. And they'll have a whole full court one-on-one game. And I'm just like, okay. I created this vibe, and I got to rock with it.
You know, the kids these days, I like that you playing outside because people don't play outside no more.
Not
like,
really.
Everything is in the gym.
But you have to go to the hood, and they're out there.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I ride through just to, like, look at players, and they be out there getting it.
What would you ride through?
I got to go through Eastbound because I got a player down there. I go through Apple Valley Park.
Hey, now imagine what he said. Eastbound. Apple Valley. He passed a lot of stuff in between that. So he hits all these spots. Even in between that, you talking about Josie, Glen Hills, you know, like there's a lot of places that you can see kids who been written off.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, not going to make it.
It's a kid that a lot of people want to know about soon that nobody really paid no attention to growing up. All I'm going to say is he's going to be tough. He used to come to my AAU practices and just watch. He used to come to my AAU practice and just be there. Not to play on the team. He just was there. He was like one of them kids that he just liked basketball, but he didn't have the skill set yet. And then he didn't have the people around, like, far as basketball-wise, to put him in the situation. And I always just watched this kid. Watched him. So one year I said, you trying to play? Like, what's up? And he was like, yeah, I would like. I want to play. Like, okay. Talk to the parents. She's like, no, his grades ain't good. All right, cool, gotcha. I understand the situation. The next year came. Talked to the mom. How you doing better? Yeah, you doing better. Blah blah blah. Went to him. You trying to hoop? Like, what's up? He's like, yeah. I said, all right, cool. First year playing AAU. Play AAU. Play for the middle school. Like, he always called me after games. He gonna be crazy, put it like that. He gonna be tough, and this is without any formal basketball training, coaching, or anything. Like, he's really new to the scene.
Yeah,
and he's playing like he's people know who he is now, but it's crazy from the time I seen him first to now. It's a whole different. It's a different animal because this kid really got out the mud. Like, he literally worked on his game outside.
He see the options or the other ways.
Other ways, yep.
Yeah,
it wasn't no situation where, oh, if the gym is not open, I can't work out. Or if nobody's training me, I can't work out. It was like me riding through the hood. Him outside, doing what he do outside by himself. Bam, 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 bam. No, nothing. And when he got on the scene, it was like hey, where you come from? all I would do is laugh. That's all I would do all the time. I would just laugh. Where you come from? just keep watching him, because his work ethic is different. What he's seeing, he know he want is different. So it's kind of the training and the stuff that he's doing now is only enhancing his game. He already had the toughness. He already had the heart. he already had the grit. So all you had to do is teach him the right way. And when it happens, I'm like, oh yeah, that was him. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And he know who I'm talking about without me even saying it.
Yeah.
Because
he's seen the other way.
Different.
It's other options, man, and there's always gonna be other options out here as long as we have people like you. First off, that have these platforms to share that awareness that we was talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just saying this because this is my first time on here. I'm saying this because I've seen this before coming to do something like this, whether that's through basketball, because, we'll see, we use that as a tool. We all can relate on basketball conversations.
That's how you bring them in.
Yeah, that's just like food and music.
Yeah,
that's that's what's gonna connect
DJ,
people.
Yeah.
Food and music, So, but having conversation or games, like you said, it could be any other brands. Like we any vendors that want to come out.
And shout out to
VTS Nutrition that's going to be out there. The smoothies and the health drinks. So vendors being able to come out to share their product, even if nobody get anything for them, it could be leads, whatever the case. Everybody has a platform to do something.
I also want to give a shout out to Bounce the Games.
Bounce the Game, Rick.
Bounce the Games.
Yeah. Rick. Shout out to Rick.
Last one, he let us use one of the bounce houses for the kids.
Hey, hit him up too for all your rental parties, baby showers. He got a facility for that stuff. But that's a guy that, he started at the mud with us. We had a flag football game, and for the youth kids and for grown-ups.
And back to that networking thing, here it go again, full circle.
He did the game.
I coached his son in rec, and that's how I met him. Ever since I coached his son in rec, he's always been there for us, no matter what.
That's dope.
I think his son just graduated, or it might be a 12th grade, something like that. But from me coaching his son, and me not even knowing he went to Butler also. I think he went to Butler.
Yeah.
And then everything we done, no matter what, we can reach out to him. He don't mind lending a hand or whatever it is.
That's that part of that networking piece, man. You got great people in Augusta.
Definitely.
They got great people in Augusta, man. And I think once it connect where this person can do that, this person, man, a kickball game could really turn into something major, and what we're doing is we're just doing our part.
Right.
That's just simple. We're just doing our part. We have the ability to give back, whether that's clothes, food, time, but we using kickball as a way to give back or to bring people together.
I like that though. I like the idea behind it.
And
I know people that try to throw kickball games in the past, but just didn't know how to do it. Cause everybody not play kickball. You know what I'm saying? It's like a sport. It's no real rules to it. You kind of make it as you go along.
Put it like this: kickball, one of them games. Once you get started, you'll start to have so much fun.
Yeah,
no matter the score, I promise. Like it's just fun, especially at this age, because once you fall or dive or get hit with the ball, just little stuff like that, it's funny because you haven't done it since you was a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to some of these kids who playing this for the first time too, and they probably can't wait to hit their uncle with the ball.
When
the
kids sitting there watching you play and you're falling.
And you really trash, and they be waiting to call you trash.
At you,
stuff
or
like
you
that.
show them out. You might do better than them.
But like I'm
they
gonna tell you one thing.
You Unc no more. You ain't
the
no
kids
Unc
when they watch me do anything, whether it's basketball, kickball, or whatever, especially my players. They be ready for me to do something wrong.
All the time.
Be ready. Like if I fall or something, they're like, Coach, you getting old? How you fall? or Coach, you missed a shot. Like how you missed that? You always fussing at me, bro. Like
most of the youth, man, wanna show you up. Man,
it's fun.
They
though,
get a chance
definitely.
anyway.
That's your players.
That's just like you could be somebody manager. You may want to get on sales floor and outsell them. So, all the kids going to definitely want to. But that brings the enjoyment to the game when you got 40 kids and 40 adults because no
Word.
matter how you look at it, you still got 80 people smiling, or laughing, or or joking, whatever.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, I think this is a dope event. I think that the cause is amazing. I haven't seen people like mash the two together. This is the first time I'm seeing. I've seen people do one separate one and then do that. Mm-hmm. And I was actually thinking about how can I do something for breast cancer or something for that. It's like kill like two birds with one stone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we still talked about it, you know. In a sense, I didn't want to have nothing too serious up here, but I also wanted to have something like entertaining and being able to talk about. So this was dope. So I'm glad you hit me up. You know, definitely.
I appreciate you, man.
Once again, tell them when the game is again and where's that time, all that.
October 24th, Lumpkin Road Park. If you could get the front of Butler the front of Butler High School, you will see us out there at the softball field. You can't miss all the purple and pink balloons that'll be out there. Also, vendors, you're welcome. The game started at 3. We will have a balloon release. So even if you just want to show your face for the release, please come. Vendors, you're welcome, free of charge. Also, we will have a light concession stand raising money for Laney JV basketball team. So if you want to support that, we'll be out there also. My boys don't even know that yet. Anything else?
That's it, man. Just come out, man. We're going to have some fun that day. Music going to be up.
Also, the Netgear table will be set up.
That's all I was going to say.
Yeah. Netgear will be set up, so I will have most of the goods out there.
What about his hat? You gonna have his hat then? That's a fire hat.
Yeah, I got those.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, we get you one, bro.
I like that.
We'll get you one.
That fall collection is coming, so sweatsuits, hoodies, scullies, all kind of stuff. So just be ready. We're not just stuck on the Augusta shorts.
Those fire too, though.
There's more to it. And a lot of people say, why pick like Augusta? Because I want to pick where I'm from. I want to pick what made me. A lot of people like to talk down on Augusta, but it's a lot I learned. It's a lot that I learned from Augusta. It's also a good place. Y'all gotta stop picking just the bad places. It's a good place to be, and like everybody says, it's a retirement city. So.
That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
I mean, a lot of people don't even think about it like that.
Work all your life and you come in and just chill.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of people life together.
There you go.
They come here.
That's probably why I lane to some people. They feel like they like them together. You know what I'm saying? They ain't ready for that.
I love it. I stay here, but I travel everywhere. Like everybody, I'm moving to Atlanta. All right, well, you go ahead. You pay that.
Yeah, thing, man. Take that traffic.
I'm gonna stay here. I travel to Atlanta because I don't want to live there.
Word. Hey man, this was dope, man. I appreciate y'all for stopping by, man.
Appreciate you,
definitely
man.
Get some net gear. I like y'all got on. It's fire, bro.
I'm gonna have some fun, man. And then here, so he trying to.
Oh yeah, Netgear the bag too. Leather. Don't play with me, man.
Look,
I understand. What's that bag y'all be wearing? The spray gun or something?
Spray ground.
Okay, the spray ground.
Netgear
No,
bag.
I just Netgear my bag. I don't even.
Thriller edition.
So. Got the Augusta t-shirt. What size you wear?
Large.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
There we go. Appreciate that.
No problem.
I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I appreciate y'all stopping by, man, for real.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it.